Did a gemstone placement actually matter on Steven Universe? Or was the idea completely overblown by the community looking for meaning and reason where there simply wasn't any meaning and reason?
I'm sure someday you'll figure out how to activate your gem.
Yes, in your own Steven-y way.
At Legendary Gamer XS4S said, I believe that gem location influences personality. Gems like White Diamond, Pearl, and Peridot have gems on their foreheads which shows their intelligence, while gems like Pink Diamond or Rose Quartz, Navy Ruby, and Nice Lapis have gems on their navels which shows their compassion and kindness. Well, maybe not Navy Ruby because she's a manipulative sociopath.
Navy! Hello? I think something went wrong with the ship!
The only thing wrong is that you're still holding on.
But wait! There's more!
Garnet!
It was still worth a shot.
I mean, are gems with forehead placements naturally smarter than gems with chest placements? What about the fact that it get reinforced by Rose Quartz during the season 3 episode titled Greg the Babysitter that gems literally emerged knowing exactly what they were supposed to be?
When a gem is made, it's for a reason. They burst out of the ground already knowing what they're supposed to be, and then that's what they are.
With this bit of context in mind, would a Ruby god who were notoriously basic gems with a forehead gemstone placement suddenly be on the same intellectual level as our girl Pearl? Would a Peridot technician with a gemstone placement that wasn't directly on her noggin suddenly be hilariously bad at their job? The one job that all Peridots were made for.
What a sick joke!
Well, the answer is shockingly yes, to an extent, right? At Melvin Mitchell Freeformed 3296 said, I think the placement of a gemstone dictates the core of a personality, and the rest forms around that. Take Peridot for example. We know Peridot is relatively new and likely didn't meaningfully connect with anyone before we got to meet her. Her forehead gem signals a logical, detail-oriented, and somewhat uptight personality, and that's what she was. Over time, she picked up traits more similar to chest and navel gems, like Amethyst and Steven. However, her logical self never really went away. It just gained new facets to complement it. Think of it like building a color palette around one starting color. The starting color never changes but gains new context and content to surround it. Melvin's comment is really well written and spot on. I mean, while a whopping 22% of you believe that gemstone placement meant absolutely
nothing
within the context of the show.
Who are you people?
As at the fairest Rubber Duck would point out, we actually got confirmation from the creator of the show, Rebecca Sugar, way back in 2018 during the 10th episode of a Steven Universe podcast that the gemstone placement of a gem was incredibly vital to truly understanding them on a deeper level.
Well, for the main characters, it was very specific. I figured it would relate to who they are. So Pearl is a little too inside her own head, and she's an intellectual, so she has her gem embedded in her head. And Amethyst is passionate and impulsive and is sort of speaking from the heart all the time, so she has it on her chest. And then Garnet is really hands-on and active, and she's also extremely balanced. So Garnet having a gem on both hands felt right. And I think that every time we come up with new gems, we try and evaluate who they are based on where their gem is placed and the color and the sort of style of their gemstone.
And yeah, in addition to Rebecca Sugar's explanation of the deeper meaning behind the various gemstone placements of the crystal gems, along with the admirable fact that the Cruniverse would spend extra time carefully coming up with the gemstone placements of new gems, she'd also give us some insightful information on Lapis's gemstone placement during episode 6 of the second volume on the Steven Universe podcast.
Well, that's the thing. The thing about Lapis is that she feels like she has no control over her life or herself, and she's really, really vulnerable. And so to have a gem on your back, I mean, it makes sense for her. It's sort of between her wings. But to have your gem on your back, I mean, you can't see it. You can't really understand it. For her, it's very exposed. Her lack of control and her vulnerability, that's what her gem placement is about. she's kind of stuck and lost and like will never kind of be able to find that direction because this huge part of herself is almost hidden from herself and just totally exposed to everyone else.
You see, the question should have never been whether or not the gemstone placement of a gem truly ever mattered on the show. The real question is if the location of a gemstone did matter and was so integral to identify not only a gem's personality but also the capabilities, then did the diamonds ever figure this out, or was all of this purely an out-of-universe fun fact for us as the audience? Because I'm not sure if you noticed, but every single one of the questions posed at the beginning of this video still stands. Would a ruby god with a forehead gemstone placement be on the same intellectual level as Pearl? Would a peridot technician with a gemstone placement that wasn't on their forehead not be as useful as our peridots? @CoolClown said, I don't think it really means anything in universe, but there was definitely some symbolism behind it when they were creating the character designs. Well, while I'd like to agree with you, we also got evidence on the show itself that a gem's gemstone placement actually did affect the structure of Homeworld in universe. Our girl Peridot would explain to Steven during the season 4 episode titled Kindergarten Kid, after failing to capture the corrupted gem of the week, that she really was smarter than the average Peridot.
I don't get it. I'm smarter than your average Peridot. How did I fail today against some barely functional, stupid, cloddy dum-dum?
Do you remember back during the late season 2 episode titled Message Received, when our girl Peridot finally made up her mind to help the crystal gems protect the Earth, that she tried to give Yellow Diamond a bunch of logical reasons as to why the planet deserved to be saved?
Are you questioning my authority?
I'm questioning your objectivity, my diamond. Well,
You are out of line.
But wait! There's more!
I just think...
I'm not interested in the puny thoughts of a peridot.
Thanks a lot, you idiot.
Yeah, Yellow Diamond being a gem who literally didn't make decisions with her mind, dismissed Peridot's ideas without even thinking them over. This was essentially another battle of heart and mind, just like the one that Steven would have against White Diamond during the finale of the original show, so I guess mine just never wins. And in addition to this, it was confirmed within the pages of the official Steven Universe End of an Era art book that Pearl was custom made by Yellow, Blue, and White Diamond for Pink Diamond after she'd permanently damaged Pink Pearl's face.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal!
I'm thinking that this incident in particular proves that the diamonds did understand the true meaning behind the gemstone placement of a gem, but just like with Yellow Diamond against Peridot and White Diamond against Steven, they didn't know that logical gems usually seem to fall apart when they come face to face with empathetic gems. Either way, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this discussion, and I'm really hoping that Last of Us stars will be able to find the time to tell us the truth behind if the diamonds ever utilize a gem's gemstone placement to their advantage, because I'm sure that is yet another worthy contender to get called out as being one of the darkest secrets of the fallen gem empire.